The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Jesus went up the mountain and summoned those whom he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12, whom he also named apostles, that they might be with him, and he might send them forth to preach and to have authority to drive out demons. He appointed the 12, Simon, whom he named Peter, James, son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James, whom he named Boanerges, which that is, sons of thunder. Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanian, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. The Gospel of the Lord. Oftentimes, people struggle personally in their homes with an abusive partner or husband or wife or family members, or at workplace with an abusive boss. Sometimes it might not be abusiveness, but some sort of addiction that's going on. And the person sometimes in the midst of it, who's trying to wade through it and figure out how do I, as a Christian, respond to this, becomes confused and sometimes even shrinks back and saying, well, it must be my fault. Maybe it's something I did. It probably was something I did. And here I think when Jesus appoints the 12 and he sends them forth, for any one of us in this world, he's sending us and making us apostles as well, to preach the truth and to confront evil. As it would be, the 12 apostles were given the authority to drive out demons, to truly, in a lesser or less specific action, all of us are made to, and given the words of God to preach the truth and to confront, quote unquote, the demons, the evils that are in our lives, and whether they be within us or within people around us. And surely we can take the example of David as surely how one who is being treated by his king, Saul, in such a way. And David is doing this as well, preaching the truth and confronting evil. Saul is the evil force of hatred. Saul had been gripped by the demon of envy and then gripped by the demon of hatred, wanted to eliminate David. Saul had these demons, as it would be, the capital sins, and of course fear brewing in his heart that envy does produce. So he wants to attack David. And David has a strategy in the beginning. I got to save myself. I'll elude the evil that's coming at me. I'll avoid it. I'll move away. I find some friends that I can find solace in. And that, I think, is probably a great strategy for Christians who are facing some sort of evil. Find some friends that you can find solace in, that are well-meaning and mean your good. And David also bides his time. And that God will provide the opportunity to confront this evil or that evil, and in David's case, Saul. And God did provide the confrontation of evil and to drive out the demon. And how did he do it? By truth. Saul whipped around as David calls out, Saul, look at what I got here, the mantle. I could have killed you, but I didn't kill you. You're doing evil to me. I had never done anything wrong to you. And so he confronted the evil with the truth. With the truth. And as Saul recognized in that moment, the evil, envy, and hatred towards David sort of drained out of him temporarily. The demon of envy came back, and the demon of hatred came back, and he continued to pursue David. But in this moment, it drained out of him, and Saul was grateful for David's generosity. David's generosity, that he put Saul in the care of God, who does bring justice. And here, my brothers and sisters, in our own lives, truly there are moments when we might be attacked, and we have to confront the evil with truth. Not with more evil, not attacking, but protecting. Here's the truth. I'm not telling you you're terrible, you're you're going to hell. I'm not condemning you or damning you to hell or anything else like that. I'm saying this is the truth that's going on. And so we do have to confront evil sometimes around us. We keep our distance, but God provides a moment where we have to confront the evil with the truth. But like David also, we have a chance to even be more generous. That David just relinquished Saul to the justice of God. We relinquish people who attack and maybe confront us with evil. We not only generously leave them with the justice of God, we place them before the mercy of God. Lord, you got to take care of them. And so it is incumbent on us so that we don't get stuck into wickedness, responding to wickedness. They hurt me, I'm going to hurt them. How do we avoid it? We truly do avoid it by the words of truth in this moment and in another moment. The word of truth, and generously place them before the cross of Jesus Christ. Lord, you have to change them. If you have to burn off their hatred and their envy or their gluttony or their lust or their drunkenness, if you have to burn it off, well then burn it off. However you do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll speak the word of truth, but I commend them to your justice and your mercy. Heal them. Pick them up. Take them into yourself. Because you're their God. I am not. You're their Savior. I am not. You're their judge. I am not. You can help them. I cannot. And so, my brothers and sisters, here David offers us a beautiful example, as well as the apostles who were given the commission and the authority by God to speak the truth and to drive out demons, to drive out evil that might be in our lives. And of course, in that generous action, we always place ourselves and them at the foot of the cross, the justice of God and the mercy of God that pours from this Savior of ours, who ultimately wins the victory over any evil.